ano po ang basis, legal basis po na pondohan itong 5 probinsya na ito na hindi naman po flood prone sila? Ang tanong po dyan, binabaha ba? Bakit tayo magpopondo rin sa lugar na ito kung hindi naman po binabaha? Yung hazard mapping po ba? O sinunod natin yung politiko? Meron po ba kayong mga lifestyle check? Kahit in your inter lang. So, may ganun ho ba? Wala rin.
Your Honor.
Wala rin.
Alam mo, total, Madam Secretary, 74%. Ang natitira po sa project, 26% na lang. Kung ang flood control project is 100 million, ang talagang magagamit is 26 million.
Eh, may kutsabahan ho yan eh. Let's face it, alam niyo naman ho, may kutsabahan.
Senator Tulfo for a very, very few questions.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Mr. Chair, may we invite the COA district head in First District in Bulacan and the Bulacan DPWH First District Alcantara.
2022 to 2024. Ang total po from 2022 to 2025 is actually 1,200,000,000,308 million 300,000 or 1.2 trillion pesos. For the record po. Let me now shift to Senator Tulfo for a very, very few questions.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Mr. Chair, may we invite the COA district head in First District in Bulacan and the Bulacan DPWH First District Alcantara to be present next hearing, Mr. Chair. Mr. Chair, can we invite the COA First District of Bulacan and the District Engineer First District Alcantara to
certainly. Director General, please take note of the request.
All right. Now let me direct my question to the Department of Public Works and Highways. Mr. Secretary, based on the list released by the President, there are top provinces with flood control projects. Okay? Pero they're not on top of the list na flood-prone area. Like Cebu with 414 flood control project, Isabela 341, Albay 273, Leyte 262, Camarines Sur 252. Tinitignan ko po itong listahan. Wala po sila dito sa top 10 flood-prone province. Ang number 1 po dyan, Pampanga, Nueva Ecija, Pangasinan, Tarlac, Bulacan, Metro Manila, Maguindanao, North Cotabato, Oriental Mindoro, Ilocos Norte. Ang tanong ko po, Mr. Secretary, ano po sinunod ho natin dito? Yung hazard mapping po ba? O sinunod natin yung politiko kung saan niya gustong ilagay yung pondo niya? Mr. Secretary.
Your Honor, as I have explained, actually po, yung paglalagay po ng projects, ng flood control projects, under the National Expenditure Program po ito, no? Under the National Expenditure Program, meron po kasing allocation for each engineering district. Allocation po. And then, if you say there is a 1 billion allocation for a engineering district, ang policy po namin dito is 70% of that should go to the core program of the department, which is National Road Program Management and bridges, and of course flood control projects. So, ito po yung core program ng department. So at the end, these are prioritized, and 70% of the 1 billion, as I said, 1 billion, theoretical 1 billion, can be allocated for local infrastructure. So in the allocation of that 70%, it's all up to the priorities in that district where to put the allocations, either in roads or flood control, Mr. Chairman. So at the end of the day, ang kwan po nito is actually, we, as I mentioned, it has to go through the process of the projects would have been included in the regional budget proposal.
Kaya nga, Mr. Chair, bakit po napakalaki naman ng pinondo po dito sa mga probinsya na ito, when in fact, wala ho siya sa top 10 list ng flood control. Billions po yung pinondo. Ano po ang basis, legal basis po, na pondohan itong 5 probinsya na ito na hindi naman po flood prone sila, Mr. Secretary?
Ito po kasi yung situation, Mr. Chair. As far as the National Expenditure Program that is submitted, these are equitably distributed amongst all the legislative and engineering districts. However, Mr. Chair, I think we know that actually after the General Appropriations Act, marami po yung mga projects that are included.
I understand that, Mr. Chair, pero yun nga po, ibabalikan na lang ho natin yan because ang tanong po natin, napakalaki naman po ng pondo at saka napakaraming flood control projects ng mga lugar na ito. Hindi po ba ninyo nasilip ito nung nilagay po ninyo sa NEP? Did you check man lang or ask your planning or whoever is in charge na kailangan natin lagyan dito ng flood control, Cebu, blah, blah, blah? Sana tinignan din ho natin kung magaling ho yung planning natin, kung sino man niya may hawak dyan, binabaha ba? Ang tanong po dyan, binabaha ba? Bakit tayo magpopondo rin sa lugar na ito kung hindi naman po binabaha? It's a waste of money, Mr. Secretary. Waste of time also. Halatang halata ho popondohan mo dito, gagastusan mo na wala namang baha, di po ba? I mean, am I right? Yes or no lang, Mr. Secretary?
Yes, Your Honor. I agree completely.
All right. Now, I'll go back to you, Mr. Secretary. Mr. Chair, let me ask this question to the Department of Budget and Management. Madam Secretary, ma'am, wala po bang hindi po ninyo chine-check? So, basta nag-request lang ng pondo, re-releasean ho ninyo. Hindi man lang matatanong para saan po itong pondo na ito, billion po ito, flood control. Wala ba kayong to counter na flood control, kailangan ito to justify? I mean, release lang ho tayo ng release kasi sabi ni congressman, sabi ni ganito, hingihan ko ng pondo, etc., etc. Kailangan ko kasi baka hindi. Pag hindi ko nireleasean, baka ipitin ng pondo ko sa budget hearing.
Mr. Chair, good afternoon, good noon po sa ating lahat. Kung ano po ang nakalagay sa General Appropriations Act, yun po ang inire-release natin sa Department of Public Works and Highways. Naka-line item po lahat ng mga projects. It's detailed and identified yung mga projects po. Isa-isa nakasulat po dyan. Yung mga projects, yung mga flood control projects.
I understand that, Madam Secretary, pero my point is, wala po bang pagkakataon? Kasi baka mamaya mali na po yung nililista. Hindi na po tama. If you see something wrong, okay, nandyan nga po yan, line item, pero hindi na po tama. Hindi po ba pwedeng i-correct po from
Senator
your end?
Erwin, may I interrupt? I think the good secretary has not taken his oath yet. Am I correct? So,
Hindi po. Sorry, late po ako. I came
Director
from
General,
another...
can you please administer the oath of the Secretary of DBM?
Truth and nothing but the truth in this proceeding.
Okay. Proceed, Senator Erwin.
Yeah, my question here is, Mr. Chair, para kay Madam Secretary, is like, tama ho, I mean, nasa line item, etc., kailangan ninyong pondohan yan, pero hindi po ba medyo questionin man lang na nakakaduda na po dahil, teka muna, masyadong malaki ito, bobondohan natin ito na wala namang baha dito, or at least kahit na to check lang po, counter check na baka
wala po kaming tao na kayang mag-check isa-isa ng mga projects na pinopropose ng DPWH
But
po.
do you have the mandate to do that?
Wala din po eh.
Yun ang sabihin mo.
Wala rin po. Opo. Wala po.
Okay. Okay. Now, let me move to the Commission on Audit naman. Ito pong yung can you identify contractors, isa commissioner, with repeat adverse audit finding who still continue to receive new projects? Meron po ba kayo listahan na itong contractor ito blacklisted, itong contractor na ito substandard? Meron kayo? Wala.
Sir, meron po kaming ongoing list, sir. Pero as to yung mga blacklisted contractors po, manggagaling po kay DP. Pero meron na din po kaming parang database, sir, na ginagawa po ngayon. And yung data po ngayon ay nasa 2022 to 2024 na po, sir.
Alright. Balikan ko po si Secretary Bonoan. Mr. Chair, Mr. Secretary, ano po, wala po kayong list. Kagaya po nasabi ni Senator Raffy kanina na isa lang po ang kuan, pero lahat pumasa, isa lang ang blacklist nyo. Of this 15, lahat po ito good performance so ito since 2022. Lahat po nagawa nila, na kumpleto nila yung project.
As far as our monitoring records are concerned, Mr. Chair, this is completed naman yung sa records namin, no? Completed. As far as the central office records are concerned, actually, I'm not saying that in the field this could be a different story, but actually in our monitoring records in the department, they are completed because completed po lahat yung records, completed po.
Completed, pero what I'm saying is like hindi nyo sigurado sa inyo sa main office, lalo na yung office mo, kung yung proyekto kagaya na pinakita ni Chair Marcoleta kanina, yung wasak o durog na tulay or whatever it is, yung embankment, hindi ho ninyo mamonitor yan? Kasi
Hindi. Because we...
so pwede kayong dayain ng mga tao ninyo sa region, sa district, pwedeng magsinungaling at sasabihin, Secretary, tapos na po ito. So wala kayong way to find out na yung project na yon completed at hindi substandard? Wala pong ganon?
Well, we rely actually on the data that is fed to us, actually, the central office, Your Honor, at that point in time. No? But,
This data, Mr. Secretary, you're just relying sa mga tao ninyo sa field, sa district engineer,
Yes, Your
sa
Honor.
regional director.
Yes,
Tama
Your
po?
Honor. Tama po.
So, ang ibig niyo pong sabihin, yung dadaan ng kontulay, kung pupunta ako sa probinsya ngayon, hindi ko sigurado kung safe po ba yun, talagang matibay ba yun, because you're just relying. Paano kung substandard po yung tulay? Kagaya po nang nangyari sa Kabagan, Isabela. Paano po yun? How? How will you know? How will I know? Na driver mo, kasama ko, pamilya ko, mag-out of town kami, long weekend pa naman next week, this Thursday. Paano pala kung substandard pala ho yung tulay na yun? Let's not talk about flood control muna. Let's talk about these projects. Kung hindi po ninyo namomonitor, at umaasa lang kayo sa mga tao ninyo, how are we going, ika nga, masasabi natin na safe yung kalsada na yan, safe yung tulay na yan? Kung umaasa lang po kayo sa report ng district engineer, project engineer, regional director, may kutsabahan ho yan eh. Let's face it, alam niyo naman ho, may kutsabahan. Tama po ba? With your RD, DE, project engineer, at saka contractor, may kutsabahan na yan, Mr. Secretary.
Your Honor, I think your premise is correct, that I think at the central office, even me, I would just have to rely on the authenticity of the reports that come to me actually from the field offices, you know, all over the country.
Okay.
So until such time that there's a report, there is a report that will come to me that hindi tama, then that's the time that I have to have an action on it, Your Honor.
My last question, Mr. Secretary, to give way to to our colleagues here. Mr. Secretary, alam niyo, namomonitor niyo ho ba na karamihan sa mga RD ninyo at district engineer ay mga kontratista din? May mga construction company? That they have construction firms? Hindi po.
This is one thing that I want to unearth actually in this process, Your Honor.
Hindi niyo na rin ba narinig yung in-house construction, Mr. Secretary? Kami na lang gagawa, kagaya po na nangyari sa akuan. Kami nang gagawa, ako nang gagawa dahil ako district engineer kasi may construction company. Hindi niyo rin po naririnig yung in-house construction na yan?
You are asking whether
Yes.
there are district engineers who are contractors?
Yes.
Will you not also ask how many congressmen are contractors?
Mamaya pa yan sa second round, Mr. Chair. Dito muna sa second round yung tatanungin ko. Yes. Go ahead, Mr. Secretary.
Well, I cannot ascertain anything, but I think honestly I have heard of this one.
Ang huli na lang, I'm sorry, Mr. Chair, I lied to you. Na meron po ba kayong mga lifestyle check? Kahit in your intern lang sa office ninyo na baka yung mga undersecretary natin, 5 yung bahay dyan sa Corinthians, yung ilang USEC natin, may mga eroplano, may mga yate. May ganun ho ba? Wala rin.
Your Honor.
Wala rin. Okay. Kasi sir, sabi for now, kay kami nag-uusap-usap dito, sa DPWH mo makikita ang pinakamayaman na opisyal sa ating bayan. The Department of Public Works. Dati po Bureau of Customs, ngayon Department of Public Works and Highways na. Dahil billion po pinag-uusapan. But anyway, thank you po, Mr. Chair. I yield the floor. Second round na lang po ulit.
Sandali lang po ito, no? Bago ko makalimutan, Madam Secretary of the DBM, will you be able to submit to this committee the flood control projects budget from the unprogrammed funds and BICAM insertions starting from 2023, 2024, and 2025? Yun lamang unprogrammed and BICAM insertions, flood control projects. Kasi po, kaya gusto naming emphasize ito, mas malaki po yung kinikita ng politiko dito sa unprogrammed and insertions. Bigyan ko na po kayo ng example. Yung politiko, sabi po sa report, initial report, pagka ganito yung tipo ng project, 30% siya. Yung bidding back and losing bidders, inaayos po yan That's 5%. Project implementation, andyan na yung DE, at saka yung kakunsaba, quality control, 5%. DE and others, 5%, quality control, 2%. Meron pang COA, 1%. Madam COA, this is an open secret. Regional directors and USEC through the DE, 4%. Contractors tax, 7%. Contractors profit, 15%. Tsaka yung royalty. Ito po yung panghiram-hiram ng mga lisensya. 5%. Alam mo total, Madam Secretary? 74%. Ang natitira po sa project, 26% na lang. O ibig sabihin po, kung ang flood control project is 100 million, ang talagang magagamit is 26 million. Talagang walang mangyayari po sa atin. Kaya ko lang po tinatanong, sana padala po ninyo 2023, 24 at saka 2025.
We will furnish the committee, Mr. Chair.
Okay, tas follow up lang po. Salamat po. Follow up po kasi may valid po yung point niya kanina. Identified na po natin yung 11 probinsya na flood-prone areas per the National Adaptation Plan of the Philippines 2023-2025. Bakit po 5 lamang na probinsya ang napagtuunan doon sa flood-prone provinces na yon? At ang napagtuunan po ninyo, wala po doon sa listahan na yon, is Cebu Province, 414 projects. Isabela, wala din po doon, 341 flood control projects. Albay, 273 flood control projects. Wala din po sa listahan yon. Leyte. Ba't ka napatingin sa akin, Senator Mix? Leyte. Wala din po sa listahan. 262 projects. Senator Bam, Tarlac, kasama kaya okay lang naman. Kasi pareho kaming Tarlac 258 lang. Kung ikukumpara sa Cebu na 440. Camarines Sur, wala po. Camarines Sur, wala. 252. What is the logic, Mr. Secretary? Ang tinatanong po niya kanina, kung nandito lang, wala tayong po problemahin. Whatever equity you have been trying to project, well, equity. Logic, what is the logic? Wala sa flood. Ba't ka maglalagay doon? Hindi nga sa kasali. Para ba nga nangyari, Mr. Secretary? Hindi naman siya nagugutom, doon ka nagbigay ng pagkain. What is the logic? Malalaki po ito eh.
Well, excuse me, Your Honor, as I've been trying to explain actually, these are actually, first of all, in the National Expenditure Program that we submit, these are the priority projects that are processed actually in the field, no? In the field. So whatever is the proposal.
Naintindihan po natin yun. If it is processed on the field, you will start doon sa listahan ng flood-prone areas.
Yes, Your
okay
Honor.
lang yun.
Yes, Your Honor.
Do not start with the areas na wala naman pong panganib ang pagbaha. Questionable po yun eh. So dito po makikita talaga yung talagang walang coordination. Kahit ang natutupad na lang talaga rito yung mamaya sasabihin mo kung sino-sino because you have to name names. Sabi mo kanina, ikaw ang nagpanukala nito. So I will ask you to name names later on. Yun muna po. I will call the former Senate President, Senator Subiri, for your questioning.
Maraming salamat, Mr. Chairman.